Showing of hands, if you can hear me, just wave. Okay, we're good. All right. So, just to be sure we are together, this session is for AI in energy. Okay. This session, okay. So, let me say it again. This session, the current session we want to take right now, is AI in energy. Okay. Do we have people who want to leave the room? Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me start by saying that in the next few minutes, we'll be discussing AI in energy sector. You agree with me that the problem of AI is not a problem that exists in the energy sector. The problem that we have in the energy sector is around optimization and AI scaling. Um, we'll be looking closely at expensive, okay, we'll be looking at what differentiates expensive AI projects that eventually fail at probably project pilot level or eventually did not see the light of the day, and those that deliver value in terms of resilience, reliability, and access. To do that today, I have set of panelists from different area of energy sector. I'd rather allow them to introduce themselves. Let me invite them and please welcome them as they come with rounds of applause. The first person here is Dr. Ezel. Please welcome Dr. Ezel. Thank you very much. Please sit anywhere you feel like. Okay, the second person on my list is Rotimi Thomas. Welcome, Rotimi. Please let's clap for him. The third person is Mahmoud. Sorry, I don't have your son name here. Please pardon me. Please, let's welcome Mahmoud. Okay, I will say something, then I will ask you to clap again. Mahmoud is with the biggest refinery in Nigeria, in Africa, in the world. Can you please clap for him? Golden boy. Okay, and of course, my name is Olashujo Lawale. I'll be moderating this session. I work with Blue Chip as customer engagement manager. So let me allow my panelists to introduce themselves 1 minute, what you do, and your, do I say contribution or your opinion around AI as it affects what you do right now. Let's go around. Let's start from Ezel.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. And it's really nice to be here. And, just looking at the fact that I'm using a mic and there's no speaker everywhere, it's just directly in your ears. Really nice. We're in this preview in this room. And when they directed me here, I was like, okay, is a session happening here? Now I know why this room has been so, been very quiet. Thanks to Blue Ship. My name is Excel. I currently manage digital and innovation for Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Company. What that means is that we are the ones bringing digital transformation to the organization, helping to lead, Okay, just helping to lead the whole effort in bringing digital transformation. And on top of that, one of the biggest play in digital transformation, as we all know, is AI, right? So AI automation, visualization through whether it's you're using Power BI or any of that. But AI is one of the key drivers in, when you speak about digital transformation. So my job is to manage those that do the work. And in this room, I have a few of the guys that do the real work. They're sitting right there smiling at me. So my team is also here with me. They are the guys that do the hard coding, the guys that develop the models, build the models, orchestrate the pipelines. So sometimes when you hear some of those things that sounds very abstract, they're very real. AI models are real. We build them, we work with them, and the guys that do the work are right here with me as well. So thanks.
Thank you very much, Ezel. Yeah.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rotimi Thomas, and I'm one of three co-founders of Sunfi. Some people like to butcher it and call it Sunfi, but please, it's Sunfi. I'm also the CEO for the company. Very simply put, Sunfi is like an Amazon for clean tech products. So if you're a customer, you need a one-stop shop for solar, you find us online. You can find us offline. We've got agents, so we've got an e-commerce, and it takes care of everything in terms of picking the solution for you, matching you with an installer. For those that qualify, there's embedded financing, so you can pay in installments over the course of up to 12 months, and everything works. A lot of the agents that sell on our platform are starting to make lots of money by starting or expanding solar distribution businesses. So my dream is that in the next 10 years, I would have made a lot of billionaires that started from literally the smallest shop and became huge distributors of and service providers in the solar and clean tech space. And then a product that we have in R&D that I'm very excited about is we're taking old industrial parks across the country, starting in Sakatinubu, and we are building electric vehicle charging station communities. I don't operate the charging stations. I just take the land and the roof space, power it, connect it to a smart meter, and then invite different fleet managers to bring their own charging stations, and I power them up, and also cold storage operators. So taking unutilized real estate, converting it into clean energy economy. So yeah.
Mahmoud.
Yes, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Mahmoud Abdullahi. Thank you for the warm welcome. Just a quick correction. We aren't the largest yet. We aren't the largest yet. We are at 700 million capacity. We are planning on doubling here in Nigeria and then expanding somewhere in Africa. So watch out for that space.
But Mahmoud, for this AI summit, we say future is now.
The future is now, but
So we are already living in the future.
capex is capex.
Oh,
There's no AI walk around capex. So I am the lead IT project manager for Dangote Refinery. I actually started with Boa Refinery. Many might not know that they have a refinery project somewhere. I will let them do their own marketing. I'm no longer with them. I also worked at Trey One, and I'm sure you would you'll be familiar with Trey One. Yes, leading. So right now, I'm with Dangote Refinery, leading enterprise, digital transformation across the board. Thank you very much.
thank you very much. And if you don't mind, can we please clap for our panelists? Okay, let's do some reality check here before we proceed. Um, AI is being discussed everywhere, from the oil and gas to the smart grid to refinery and everywhere. AI is being discussed. So for me, the first question we will be looking at, and everybody will take their turn to answer this, is where, in your opinion, do we have that one single biggest opportunity for AI in the energy sector? Where do you feel we have the one single, the biggest one, and looking at it from point of business outcome? Ezel, I don't know if you want to go first or we should do Mahmoud.
All right, thanks. So in the energy, and I'm going to speak directly to oil and gas, right? So in oil and gas, I think there are a lot of opportunities for AI. And looking at it from the business perspective, one of the biggest area we see right now as we continue building the confidence and building that reliance on AI will be the space of productivity gain and optimization. And when I speak about productivity gains, I'll be speaking directly to areas such as predictive maintenance, right?
Okay.
Because for us in the use of AI, one of the things that AI can really help you do very quickly is getting out abnormalities, right? Very quickly. So where you see deviations in your correlated data, you can easily, AI using various models, whether they're regression models or linear models, can help you very quickly identify your abnormalities. So if you have, for example, a data set that says that if I oscillate between 0 and 10, that means I'm okay, right? And you have huge data coming out from IoTs in the plant, coming out from your sensors, and everything is oscillating around 0 and 10, and it's oscillating around 0 and 10. Anytime you see a deflection from that, whether into the negative zone or into the positive +10 zone, very quickly AI can flag that abnormally and let you know, hey, there is something wrong here that needs your attention. And the human in the loop can quickly take a look at that and say, okay, I'll make a decision here, a judgment to say this is normal,
Okay.
or we can live with this, or we can, we need to attend to this.
All right.
Because data is like really a lot coming out of IoT sensors. Having a human being sit down there to scan through this data can be a huge challenge. So
Okay.
having an AI model that can quickly help you, you know, we just bring about a huge opportunity gains, and we're already seeing this in the predictive maintenance space. Let me stop at that. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Um, Rutimi, where do you think the big opportunity for AI is in the energy sector?
Yeah, so maybe I'll just start global and then come down to where, the part of the world that we're in right now. So I think globally, if I were in the US or one of those markets right now, it is one of the best positions you could possibly be in to be manufacturing gas turbines, manufacturing transmission and distribution or transformers. I used to work at Siemens in our gas business, selling and investing in gas projects and renewable energy projects. I caught up with my old colleagues recently, and they said um, gas turbines are sold out till I think 2030 something. And there's three big manufacturers for this in the world, as you would know: Siemens, GE, Mitsubishi, and maybe a few others. They are sold out. When I left Siemens in 2019, they were struggling for demand. Just think about that. The stock price, the German government, I think, had to do a small bailout for Siemens or so. The stock price is so high today as a result of this. So if you think about that at a macro scale, energy production, like if you're an energy production company in the West, you are not going to be lacking for demand for decades to come. So there's a huge build out there. I would say at a lower level where we are, if we think about data consolidation, because what we do is decentralized energy. A lot of what we do in Nigeria is decentralized energy system. Your solar system at home, your generator, all those kind of things. They're all using and producing data as dumb assets. Nobody knows the flows. Some people now, we have these energy sensors, meters, it's measuring how much fuel you're consuming. The solar system does have remote monitoring systems. People have tried to consolidate this, but everyone uses different Modbus protocols and all kinds of different things. So all this data is fragmented. Someone in this room is probably going to make a lot of money out of being able to consolidate all energy flows of all energy systems, from generators to solar systems to the grid, and then start activating energy trading, right, back and forth between these assets in a way that balances our own grid that doesn't have enough supply from generation. And then you think, just last thing I'll say very quickly is, of course, if you take this all the way down to AI integrating with robotics, one day soon, robots literally will be doing parts of installations. they'll be doing solar cleaning of the panels and so on and so forth in big fields. So it's a very disruptive thing, and the opportunity is huge. That's just the layered way I would think about this. We could talk for hours about it, but those are the things that come to mind immediately.
So let
In
me
the
ask
clean
you,
in the clean tech kind of space.
which one will you put as number one of all
Number
of
one.
this? Yeah.
If we
Is it
measure
the-
it by scale of business, I mean, we're saying Anthropic, Anthropic and OpenAI were companies that took 1.5 years to become $1 trillion companies. The companies that they're displacing apparently took 15 plus years, and I think Nvidia just got to it. You know, it's coming close to, is it a trillion or so? I don't even know if it's $1 trillion. So we're saying in a few years, 1.5 years, these companies have created that kind of value. Now, to serve them, they, all debt providers in the world have just realized, oh my God, this is the next industrial revolution. And everyone is consolidating their capital in the build out of data centers. And data centers are measured in megawatts. So, so much so that Elon Musk, obviously, I don't know about his morals, but his intellect, I don't mess with, right? To realize that, look, let's just go put these things in space because you can keep the data center in, is it geosynchronous orbit with regards relative to the sun, so that a solar panel can produce energy round the clock without the need for a battery. That's a complete game changer. It makes AI completely available to everyone anywhere on the planet at a fraction of the cost of the build out of the data center, which is an energy problem. So I think that is the real big frontier. But of course, there are lower level applications that we can all get involved in.
Thank you very much. What's that one big opportunity that AI can fulfill? And we say, wow, this is big in energy sector.
Yes, so my response will be very similar to that of Mr. Excel because we are in the same industry. And on a day to day basis, we see how AI affects operations. We see how AI enables real time decision making and gives actionable insights to our guys on the field and those in the office. How AI enables them make decisions. When you are dealing with operations like ours, you have a very large scale operation, dealing with a lot of custom equipment, a lot of custom built machines, and the expertise and specialization required to diagnose incidents and speaking to things like plant maintenance and the likes. So AI being that co-pilot, as we'll say, that's beside you to enable you make decisions that are more informed than you could make by yourself. I think that is where I see the biggest opportunity for AI right now.
Thank you very much. It's interesting to note here that same sector, but the priority in terms of AI opportunity varies from predictive plant or assets maintenance to generation using smart data, and also making sure that these data are available and used. So, follow-up question for me is, Ezel, do you think that this predictive maintenance that AI we expect it to do you think it will be effective without the data consolidation that Rotimi has mentioned as the gold mine?
Yeah, so thanks. Sorry, I'm a bit under the weather, so my voice is a bit off. But um, let me first ride on something Rotimi said that I'm sure a lot of people did not catch on here. So I'll use myself just to buttress your point, Rotimi. I've got a solar panel. It's one of those Chinese product, right? And in front of the solar panel, it's a screen. And for those that got solar panels, you agree with me, right? You have that in front of the inverter, there's always a screen, right?
Yes.
And you always see the numbers flashing in there, right?
Yes.
How many of you understand what those numbers are? Tell me. Yeah?
45%.
But numbers are always flashing there.
Yeah.
Even me leading digital transformation, I don't know. So guess what happens, right? My house help, immediately since I installed the solar panel, my house help has got a job. Her job every day in the evening is to go switch over to quote NEPA, and we use the battery overnight, and then she switches back in the morning back to solar because the sun is out. And there are days she always forgets, right? Rotimi just said somebody in here is going to make millions of money just by harnessing the power that is in that your small digital screen across solar panels in Nigeria. And you know, when he said that, I was like, oh, wow, that's a business case for somebody in here right now. If only somebody can just say, hey, what does that really mean? So for me, it's how can I get an AI solution that will advise us in the house? Don't switch tonight, right? You still have enough battery reserve, to hold you on. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But my house help has got a 7 o'clock go switch, 10 o'clock go back. And we are losing value because there are times that you don't really need to switch it. But you just need an AI solution that is harnessing that data and is giving insights to my house help. They say, hey, don't mind Oga, ignore him, don't switch over. You still have battery power. But that's the power of data. And the truth is, we have models that can do this today. We just need people that understand problems and they can correlate that problem to a solution using data and a model. And bang, you are making how many $1 trillion are you calling? You're calling trillions of. But the truth is, data is the bloodstream of AI. Right. Um, if I go back, pardon me, if I use my biblical knowledge, right? Pardon me. The Bible says that God created man. Man was just a doll until breath came into that image, that doll, and then the became a living soul. Your model is a doll. Not until data is pushed into it, it's dead. It's nothing. But that data has to be solid. It has to be clean. It has to be data that makes sense. It has to be data that it's reliable. I was thinking about a data campaign recently, and I was like, have you ever typed things in Excel? Not me now. In the Microsoft Excel, and you're searching for a word. Let's say you type Wale, and you're looking for Wale, and because you spelled Wale Wele, you will never find him. But he's there. There's Wale in this whole. That is what a messed up data set can do for you, right? So you need data that is reliable, data that is clean, to be able to make sense of the models that you're deploying. If your data is not clean, it's like saying you have blood, but then the white blood cells are all dead. What happens to you?
Okay.
Your blood is in you, but there are no white blood cells. You're shaking your head, right? You know what will happen, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, thank you. You need data and clean data.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. I think your last statement is leading me to the next question. Okay. I don't know how many of us saw on the board while that lady was presenting that over 95% or thereabout AI project fails. I don't know, did you see it or am I the only person? So this is not something new. It started from the days of data warehouse. More than 70% of the projects will fail. Okay, very little we get to pilot phase, and probably less than 2-3% we actually get to production. So let me start from Momo. From experience, what are the major things that we distinguish AI projects, okay, that we eventually not see the light of the day and the one that will provide measurable value? What are the things, if you are to advise the CEO that, okay, because the plan is that we're going to be the biggest in the world and we want to deploy AI projects, what are the things that he needs to look out for, okay, so that the project will not end up as one of the 95% that fails?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. And as a project manager, I deal with issues like that on a daily basis. A lot of the work you need to do comes with data governance. Having your data governance strategy in place that will ensure that your naming conventions across all your enterprise systems. I mean, given our operations, we have our ERP, we have our manufacturing equipment system, we have our business management system, we have multiple systems, and then you have your sensors in the field, your IoTs, and the like. So if you want a centralized AI solution and you are pulling data from all those solutions, and maybe your naming convention for your maybe your pump or your valve in your ERP is different from that in your MES, is different from that in your let's say your business management system. The AI can't give you the the insight that you need. So a lot of the work has to do with data governance, data preparation. The organization has to commit to standardizing a lot of their structured and unstructured data. The good thing is a lot of solutions today can work with both structured and unstructured data, but it can't work with unclean data. You understand? A lot of AI solutions can work with your PDFs and the like. They can parse data and the like, but they can't work with data that isn't clean. So
Okay.
a lot of the preparation comes with having a data governance strategy in place
Please,
that
and
will
clean
ensure
data.
that your data across all your enterprise systems is top notch.
Thank you very much. Do you agree with him from distributed power point? Do we really need data that much? Is data the reason why AI projects will fail? Or are there other reasons why you think they will fail as it affect the power sector?
Yeah. I mean, the short answer is yes. You need clean data. It's what I think, as Excel just said, is what gives these models life, right? In fact, if you think about it, before these models got to the stage that they got to, they were training them for years, but they were effectively teaching them how to see, how to contextualize, and all those types of things. They're essentially super regression models, if I'm not mistaken. I remember when I used to run regression models, it was just like, 100 lines, and that's my regression, just using regular statistics. But if you think about what these things are doing, like they're super forecasters, but to be a super forecaster, it means you need tremendous context. So I think what AI has done, or what they've been able to do, is effectively build neural networks. Like, I think they've actually figured out how to replicate how human beings think. And our brains are nothing more than big data processors in that regard, which is why you can measure a brain's capacity in terms of energy.
Okay.
These things are energy systems, the data systems, right? So I think data is very important. But what I would say, because I was listening to a podcast before I got here, and it was from Y Combinator, and they were talking about um, people make a lot of mistakes with this exact thing, thinking, oh, I've built an AI product. I want to go and sell it to companies. I'm going to displace a whole bunch of people. And the reasons why CEOs will start to figure out very quickly now how to play this game is if you deliver me a product, an AI product, that does not deliver value at a fraction of the cost of what the human beings, the consultants, or whatever are delivering it to me at now, or the incumbent software as a service solution, if you don't deliver it at a fraction of the cost and deliver infinitely more exponential value, just think about what we're saying. I'm paying, let's say, $200 or $1,000 a month for a software as a service solution, or people. Now you're coming with your AI and you're saying, I can do this thing, just maintain one person. pay $5 a month.
Absolutely.
I'm going down from 1,000 to 5, but I'm now going to demand that the thing delivers 10x or something productivity, and it has to do so reliably. Variance has to be minimal. And so if you can do those things well, it sounds like you will be able to displace a lot of products. So that's the combination of data, but also you have to deliver value reliably at a fraction of the cost.
Thank you very much. So,
can I add to that?
yes, you will. Uh, I will like you to see this from other side. Yeah, he has talked about data. He has mentioned about value realization in terms of cost. Maybe you want to talk to something else, maybe around user acceptance and all of that.
Funny enough, that was what I was gonna, I was going to speak to, because I think it's basic. Data is key. Value is also key. But let me share a story. We deployed a solution, and thanks to my team, Taiwo is there. We deployed an AI solution recently, fantastic knowledge management tool. And we were having an investigation early last week. And my GM, who has been sitting in the other room, every time we're looking for something, and we christened the solution NIMI, right? NIMI. So it's an acronym actually. But Nimi in Ibani language, it's a name for a lady, right? So we've christened the solution Nimi, and it's a knowledge management AI solution that is built on our quality management system. So all our company information in terms of quality management has been used to train the model. So every time we're looking for something, my GM will say, "Oh, Excel, let me ask Nimi," and then he will go, "Oh, Nimi just told me that da 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 da." Every time, "Oh, has anybody checked with Nimi?" And then 5 minutes time or a few minutes, my GM will call, "Oh, I just checked with Nimi, and Nimi said da 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 da." So the next day, my GM was not around, and this thing happened last week, so it's not long story. Last week, and then the one of the young graduates we just employed. So I mentioned that has anybody we're looking for something, and I asked, has anybody asked me for opinion? And then the GT said, Excel, please hold on. I am putting my tail in between my leg, and I really want to ask, which department is this, babe? I was stunned. I'm like, it's not a babe, it's an AI tool. And the guy was like, no wonder. Water, please. And what was it trying to point out? No, it's fine. So what I was trying to point out is the power of adoption. Thank you very much. Yes. Rotimi, can you hear me? Did I hear Nimi? Oh, that was relieving. You know, so it's you can have a wonderful product. You can have an AI model that's changing the world in 10x, in 100x. But if people are not using it, it's zero, right? And how will they get to use it? Somebody needs to take them through that journey, train people, inform people, show them the value of the solution. Your adoption game has to be 100%. Or else, that solution, no matter how wonderful it is, no matter how much value you've put on the table that this is going to deliver, that solution will be dead on arrival if you don't get people to use it. Thanks.
Thank you very much. It's interesting. What I'm hearing right now is that AI is not only about the technology, okay? It's about the data. It's also about the business value and also about the adoption from users. Our time is properly spent. I don't know. Let's go around the room in 1 minute. Can you just give like your concluding speech? And I want it to be something that people here can take away. By the way, if I'm not the moderator for this session, trust me, Rotimi is in trouble. Do you know why? I think the man got so much things that can make me begin to talk and from one shop to okay. That's on a lighter note, but I think after now, I want to encourage us to catch up with them. Their emails are there. You are free to ask them a lot of questions and all of that. I'll be asking them to, in 1 minute, to give us their like closing remarks, something that we can take away. But because you are here now, let me tell you something. If you have skill around digital adoption, like Dr. Ezel rightly mentioned. Um, Time will not permit me. I would have shared my experience around you having beautiful solution, nice everything, and the user say, no, we are not using. Okay. If you have experience around digital adoption and change management, uh, your lucky day might just be like today. What's the name of that lady? Is it Annie? Anna, aha. So today might just be your lucky day. Send your CV to hr@bluetech.biz. Something very nice is waiting for you in energy sector. It's going to be a 1 year renewable contract, but you're gonna love it. If you know anybody, but let's restrict it to those of us that are here. Aha. So let's send that CV, if possible, today. Decision will be taken in few days. And I really, hr@bluechiptech.biz. If you don't get the email right, once I get out of there, please call me or look for anybody in Blue Chip, they will give to you. So, sorry? Bees. Sorry, I'm a Yoruba man. You know, we usually have problem with Z and C. Rotimi can relate. Excel might not be able to. HR. Okay, by the way, if you work in blue chip already, you're already disqualified. So let me make that clear from ab initio. Okay, but I want to encourage you if you have this skill, this is your opportunity. So let's start from Rotimi is my guy for today.
Okay.
One word that we can take home.
One word,
Yeah.
just one word.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, one sentence that we can take home in 1 minute. Okay,
One
multiple
Okay,
sentences
in
in
1 minute. Okay.
Thank you.
Um, I mean, I'm jealous of the generation now because I find myself in the position I'm in. I struggle with time to figure out. Like I was asking a friend, what should I be doing about learning about AI because I'm a decision maker. And so the first thing he directed me to is just learn how to prompt engineer. So I'm starting to become a beast at prompt engineering, and just learning how the models think and learning how to become a more leveraged human being. I am worried a little bit about what happens to people on this continent if these Western societies are pulling away with regards to artificial intelligence. People are already dealing with 100-year-old problems. So how can we catch up with this great equalizer, even though they have more access to this great equalizer, right? But there's a leveling of the playing field. So for me, my charge, because it looks like a lot of young people in the room, minus me and us up here, figure out how to level the playing field fast because the world is pulling away. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so it comes to Mahmoud since you are giving.
Okay. So what I would like to say to everyone is AI solutions for enterprise. The market is red hot. The market is red hot. If you have a product, if you have anything related to market intelligence, please, as I'm walking out, block me. My oga has been my ogas have been disturbing me to deliver something. So if you have something, please block me as I'm leaving. There are a lot of solutions. There's a lot of demand. The demand keeps growing. It's kind of like this, what do they call it, the Ouroboros tail, the snake that keeps eating its tail. As you build, demand increases, supply, and then, so every day I'm receiving projects on my. I have at least 12 projects right now, and everybody is pushing AI, AI, AI. So You have a solution. Please don't waste time. Don't think too hard. Enter the market and please try and localize it. If you have local data, if you have local models, you'd be surprised that the demand is there. Don't think too much oimbo, oimbo, oimbo. Keep it local. If you enter our local markets, those fragmented markets, those markets that people are scared of entering, if you go in there, if you consolidate the data
Okay.
and you package it and you bring it to the table, the demand is there. If there is anything I can leave you with, is please don't waste time. The market is red hot.
Thank you very much. Dr. Ezel, 1 minute.
Okay, so if you look at the population here and reflect on the guys that won the hackathon, right? Those guys were teenagers, right? Not this population, not this generation. What does that tell us? The first runner up, the second runner up, we're all teenagers. They were not guys, they are not guys in their early 20s, mid 20s, early 30s, like the people I see here. It's speaking to one thing, that this generation, and pardon me for those that are really way older, you caught up in between your traditional education and what is happening in the digital space right now. You're caught up with physics, chemistry, biology, chemical engineering, electrical engineering. I'm reading accounting. You're caught up in that, right? If there's anything I really want to tell you guys, relearn, relearn, and relearn. And relearn around what is happening in the digital space. And it's not just only AI. AI is big, yes, but there's so much happening in that space. Yeah, from automation to robotics to drones, vision computing, to virtual reality. Then AI is just the icing on the cake. Don't miss out on this opportunity. It will always favor those that are prepared. The question is, are you preparing? Or it's just going to sail over your head. And then when you're 40, like, yeah, I was in those days, they're always talking about AI. Or the same way my generation say, in those days, they're always talking about the 2000 boom. Relearn. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Please, let's put the hands for them. As you live here today, remember there is need for you to relearn and for you to level up and come up with a solution that works. That is my own closing remark for you. And I'm looking forward to all of us here getting something great, something good. Thank you, and do have a great time. Please, let's have pictures with the panelists. Let's have pictures, please. Yeah, I will definitely pay you to visit. I work in Port Harcourt, but I come here so once I'm around, let me get your number. Okay, thank you. Used to work with once I'm around. I know most of the young people that have this concern. I want to take them in one direction. Sure. No, we have not. Okay. So, who is the photographer? Harriet? Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, come and be the photographer. Thank you. Okay. Okay, sure, no problem. Momo, I like your company a lot. Boss. Oh, we know who the boys are.
Yes. Yes. Saheed.
Hello. Abemi now. Hey, hey. Can we play it out? No, I've disconnected it. Because they are